Thank you for staying connected. It's Daybreak, Tuesday's edition, and it's reaching you live from Edo Broadcasting Service, Aduwawa, Benin City, Edo State. All right, we are gradually running up this program this beautiful Tuesday morning. But we have some dignitaries with us this morning, and we'll be looking at a very vital topic that is eating into the very fabric of our society. We're talking about drugs. A lot of persons are into it. Are you aware that some of your kids are into it and you don't even know? All right, this is what we'll be looking at this morning. How did we get to this place? What are we going to do to salvage the situation? We have to sanitize our environment so that we have a healthy nation. We have some persons who will be looking to us, looking at this topic we have this morning, looking at the roles of mothers in curtailing drug abuse. Yes, we are shifting it now to mothers. Apart from government, women still have a role to play in ensuring that kids come out beautifully. We have Pastor John Osifo is a member of the Edo State Drug Control Committee. It's good to have you once again, sir.
Thank you, as always.
All right.
Good morning.
We have Dr. Mrs. Caroline Olumese. All right, thank you, ma'am, for coming this morning.
Thank you.
All right. And we have Pharmacist Grace Erueme. Yes, she is the chairperson, Association of Lady Pharmacists, Edo State. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, let me come to Dr. Mrs. Caroline Olumese. All this while we hear about government fighting drug abuse. Why are we taking this fight now to mothers in ensuring that the help in containing drug abuse in the society?
Thank you very much. There's a proverb that says that charity begins at home.
Okay.
So I believe the mothers who are the link between the fathers and the children are very important, because the first contact a child has is the mother. That's you are the one that conceived the child. So you have a very big role to play. So that's why we are advocating that mothers should start from the home. Bible says in Proverbs 22:6 that train up a child in the way he or she should go, and when he or she is old, he will not depart. So that way, the way you bring up your child goes a long way in determining what that child will become in future, all things being equal. So mothers have a great role to play. They are the gateways, and they are important. Even in the Bible, you always hear the mother of the king. The mother, they don't mention fathers. Fathers are very important, but mothers have a very crucial role. So when you bring up your child well, all things being equal, I would come to that later, other factors are there. I believe that when that child grows up, he will not depart, and he will be a good citizen, not abusing drugs, so to say. So that's why we are here, to tell us the role of the women.
All right, thank you. I want to ask this question, the lady farmer. If you people are into drugs, you are the one that make drugs for us to take. And I'm sure you are the ones still making these kind of drugs that we abuse also. So what can your association do to ensure that we don't have these kind of drugs in our space, so that people don't indulge in taking it?
That is why we are here, to advocate. Because these drugs, we have so many drugs that is good for our health, and this drug must be available in the hospitals. And so the only way we can prevent this is to advocate, to let our children or the parents know the importance of this drug and the side effects of this drug. And when we educate our children and they now know the effects this drug will bring into their health, I think they will stop the...
Okay. You're trying, in other words, these drugs that they are abusing, they still have good effects.
Yes.
So
there's good effects on it, and the reason why they are taking it must be in the hospitals, but people now start abusing it. So we need to tell them the dangers involved, and when you know the dangers involved, you will desist from it.
Okay. Pastor John, talking about mothers going towards this fight against drug abuse, do you think the women, let's just expand it a bit, do you think they are doing enough in this fight against drug abuse? Because we see the rate increasing daily. Do you think they're doing their best in ensuring that
definitely, I would say yes and no. Knowledge is power, and knowledge protects. Like the lazy pharmacists, everybody here now except me, they are lady pharmacists, as you and I. We are part in the fight. We are empowering them. The problem here is that if people don't know, they cannot tell them now. They cannot tell the children now. That is why we come for educate the children, educate the women, let the women know the dangers of drug abuse. Dr. Mr. Lumese has said that the mothers are closest to the children. In fact, they put them in their shoulder as to create trust. So if that is the case, let us tell the mothers this is the danger of this drug. This is the danger of the other drug, no matter how. Once the mother knows and they begin to pep it and take these children to stay out of it, to get out of it, I think it's better done. And they need to do much more. We are just coming to EBS. I think they need to take to a higher level of advocacy, even in government and...
Okay.
We really want
I want to just, as a follow-up, the women should teach, because nowadays, maybe because of the society, we are, with all due respect, some women are too busy.
Okay.
Very busy that you don't even have time, you don't monitor your children, you don't know whether they are moved. Because when you see a child that is withdrawn, you should find out, like the one that committed suicide. She was being raped, but the parents did not know she was withdrawn. If they had taken time to find out, to observe, to find out why is my child withdrawn, she would have confessed. But alas, she was already dead when she wrote that note, when she committed suicide. On one I read, so many others. Like, so parents, take time, invest. I said train means teach, rebuke, advise, invest in them and nurse them. You should teach them the values of that. Hard work pays. It's not yahoo, it's not laziness. Hard work pays. There's a process in life. When you teach them these things and you monitor them right from birth, even when they are old, you still monitor them. Then you will know their friends. Who are their friends? He said, "Tell me your friends. I'll tell you who you are." Once in a while, just pay surprise it to their rooms. Check their distance. You'll be surprised what you will see. So parents are too busy, some of them, not all, to even check their children, and before you know, it's gone. And that's why I say all things being equal. I repeated that time. So when you train up your child, peer group influence is there. Friends, you don't check. You don't just pay school fees. Not about paying school fees. You monitor them. You brought them forth. They are your children. They are the future. They are future generations. So we should ensure that these children are brought up well. Because when they are good, the glory goes to the parents. So
all right.
I think in other words, it's like the parents or the mothers, because they are like a gap between the father and the children. So they should be closer to the children. In fact, they should behave like the children, going closer to the child. Sometimes they said, oh, the children are in one room. The mother should learn how to stay with the child always. Love the child. Let the child feel that without you, he cannot even sleep. So therefore, you will know whatever the child is doing. So when the child is deviating from the way you train the child, you will know. And it's coming out with a different kind of, maybe he's influenced by friends. You will also know, because you are closer. You know the child will not go outside and tell the story to a friend. You will be the first person as a mother where the child will discuss. So
many mothers to have lost the trust of their children.
Okay.
Because of what you mentioned, madam.
All right.
Busy.
All right, we'll come to that. I want to take charge of the conversation. All right, talking about mothers getting closer to their kids, trying to be their friends, apart from providing for those children. We find out that some mothers also take these drugs. Yes, some mothers, they are involved. They start from alcohol. Yeah. Oh, Johnny, go and help me get this start. All this alcohol, they start from it. And maybe some of them going through some hard times. They don't sleep easily. And they always send Johnny to buy some kind of drugs to make them sleep. So those things that they do, don't they have effects on the children? And if it does, what can the mothers do? Because they are an adult. And so what can they do to ensure that the children don't follow their negative lifestyle?
Okay, they always say, do what I do, not what I say. So that's true, you are right. Because this addiction or this abuse did not start in a day, it starts small. Those that are no drug addicts or alcohol addicts or whatever you want to call them, they started from just a sip. From one sip, they went to glass. From glass, they went to bottles. And from there, they became addicted. That's how drugs are. It's really very tempting. So when you are doing it and your children are seeing you doing it, it's very likely they will do it. So that's why the parents, that was it, they should be informed that your bodies are the temple, as Bible says, of the living God. So don't buy and sell inside this body. There are other ways of taking care of. If you can't sleep, there are other ways of taking care of. I will find out, why can't you sleep? Is there a problem in the home? There are so many ways. So women are passing through stress. Is it stress? They reduce the stress. Is it your husband wahala? Then talk it over. Is it financial? There are so many things that are causing in this present day that we are in now. But I will still say it's not the drug that will solve, because if you get into it, you become addicted, and to get out of it, it sometimes takes the grace of God. So I would say get good advice and solve that problem that is causing. It's not by taking drugs, because if you take drugs, you still go back, the problem is still there. So instead of covering it with drug, you remove that problem. Don't sweep it under the carpet. That's what I will advise.
Pharmacists concerning this matter, sending children to get your cigarettes, help me to buy this small shinap, or this, the different names they call it. Children being exposed to this at their early stage. Is this a good development?
It's not really good, but now the mother.
It's not really good. That means
it's good. It's not good.
Okay.
But the mothers are taking it because they felt that it will help them. And that is why we, the lady pharmacists, come to advise or to advocate, because when you know what is wrong, what's the effect it will come down, you will not want to do it. So we want to tell people the effect, the side effect of this drug they are taking. So when you know that this thing can kill you and you are taking, it's not left for you. But when you don't have the information, you will just feel, oh, it's good. When I take it, I sleep very well. When I take it, I sleep very well. But you need to know the what will come out of it. And so when you now know the effects, and that's why we're giving the information to you, this thing is not good, and it's not good for your children to know about it. So when you know it, that this thing is not good, you start telling your child it's not good. Or even though I have taken it, I think I want to stop it. I want to stop it. When you start telling that child every day that it's not good, because he has gotten the information.
Okay. All right, Pastor John, you have to hold on. We're almost out of time on this program. But we have our next program, Issues and Answers. We're going to continue with this conversation, because I just have to give you a peep of what to get in our next segment on Issues and Answers. We'll be looking at drugs and the roles of mothers in ensuring that the society is free of drugs. So do stay with us. Once again, thank you for staying with us on Daybreak. Benson Eribos is with us, sending his regards. Albion, thank you so much for being part of us. And Peggy Oyekwari, do have a fantastic and lovely week. I'm Josephine. God bless you.